Hey everybody, Yankee here. Just want to come at you real quick today with a New Year's Day message because a lot of people have been asking me how I think 2024 is going to play out for the gun rights community. Well, I will go on record right now as saying I think 2024 is going to be an amazing year for the gun rights community, but it's also going to be a horrible year for the gun rights community. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Now, in the end, I think we'll finish 2024 with far more rights than we entered it with. In fact, especially considering some of the assault weapons bans that are going to be heading to the Supreme Court. So I think overall, the year is going to be a great year as far as actual victories. But there's going to be a lot of defeats at state levels and circuit levels, etc. It's to be expected. And unfortunately, there's a huge segment of the gun community that tries to use those setbacks to raise a lot of money, to enrich themselves and their organizations. Not actually helping the fight at all because they know the fight will eventually go to the Supreme Court or higher courts and will win. But they fearmonger and they put out the worst possible case scenarios to get you to send them money. They don't encourage you to really get involved. They just want you to send them money. They're like, we'll handle it. Just give us money. And then they don't really do anything. So there are going to be, like I said, lots of downs, and there's going to be lots of people capitalizing off that. But overall, it's going to be a great year as far as winning at the highest level when it comes to gun rights. If you remember, after the Bruen decision, a lot of people were out there dancing in the streets saying this is the greatest thing for gun rights, in many, many years. And I was right. You're right. This is a huge victory. And it's going to have untold effects as far as gun rights and getting back some of our rights that we have surrendered over the years. But it's also going to be the beginning of some of the worst gun laws you ever see. I said it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. A lot of people said that. And I think we've been proven right. Because a lot of the anti-gunners who are beholden to the anti-gun interests, mostly the elite, the richest people in the country, in the world, are backed into a corner. And they have to do something. They have to appear like they're fighting. And even though they know they're going to lose these cases, they have to keep the fight going. And unfortunately, the reason they're keeping the fight going is because they know in the long term, they're going to win. Because the gun rights community itself has latched their bandwagon to all these fearmongers and hateful people who jump on every far-right conspiracy or pet project that they can and mingle that in with gun rights. And that's causing the gun right movement to be less and less popular every year. And eventually that tide's going to turn to a point where we start losing again, even to the point of constitutional amendments. But for now, like I said, 2024, that's going to take probably another 20 years. And that's a whole nother topic for another video right there. But for now, 2024 is going to be a year of great victories. It's going to be a year of some losses. It's going to be a year of a bunch of desperate anti-gunners writing really bad laws that they know won't stand up just to keep it in the public eye. But in overall, it will be a year of victories when it really counts. Now, I know a lot of people out there are getting depressed and downtrodden, feeling like, why bother? Especially since I acknowledge that probably in 20, 25 years, the tide's going to completely have turned against us because of our own actions. So they say, why bother fighting? Well, you got two options. You can either continue to fight and be optimistic, but be realistic, and we will win for now, and then maybe we can steer the ship back in the right direction long term, or you can just give up. That's pretty much your two options. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be one of these sad sacks sitting behind their computer saying, it doesn't matter, politicians are corrupt, the courts are corrupt, there's no way we're ever going to win. In the long term, we're going to lose, so let's just not bother. Do you want to be one of those people that just gives up and lays down and lets the other side win? Or do you want to be someone that says, hey, we're going to win every fight we can win, and then we're going to try to take this ship and steer it, like I said, back in the right direction, to where we win public support, we broaden our tent instead of shrinking it down. Like I said, right now, the gun community is primarily made up of doormen who only let in the people they think should get in, the ones that support their other ideas and beliefs too. We need to start I say they're bouncers, actually. They want to bounce out anyone that doesn't agree with their agendas. But we need more people who just open the door and let anyone in and say, anyone here that believes in the Second Amendment, come on into our party. You're welcome. You can have different opinions on anything else. We don't care. We might challenge you on those opinions, and we hope you challenge us on ours. But we agree on the Second Amendment and how important it is to our Constitution in this country. So you could be, like I said, one of those two people. Be the negative Nancy, or I don't know what the other one would be, the happy Hank or whatever, the optimistic Ollie, I guess we could call ourselves. You could be one of those two things. You choose which one you want to be. I'll tell you which one I want to be. I want to be optimistic. And I'm someone who works behind the scenes, so I see every bad thing. It'd be real easy to get jaded. And I have some very jaded opinions. But I know our only chance is to remain optimistic, be realistic, pay attention to our victories, and understand those losses, they're to be expected. And deal with them appropriately, not panicking and running around like our head's on fire and causing ammo shortages and buying up guns because it's good for the market but not good for the community. Stop listening to those people that want to foster that crap. And like I said, then we can start being more inclusive in the gun community. I know on my channel, anyone's welcome as long as you believe in the Second Amendment. That doesn't mean I'm going to respect or coddle you on all your other beliefs, but it means I'm willing to challenge you on them, and you should be willing to challenge me on mine. And if we keep that in our heart and in our minds, and we stay optimistic, like I said, 2024 is going to be a big year as far as gun right wins. But in the future, we're going to start paying attention to some other issues, or these wins will be temporary.